the challenge. As Nigeria treads the path to yet another election in 2023, it is imperative that we expand the list of stakeholders, leaders, and influencers of the polity as we strategize on solution to a violence and crisis-free election. This is a challenging time in the history of our country. Everybody, every day, a new prism of hardship confronting our people, whether it is collectively felt as a community or individually felt by loved ones around us. You will agree that every single one of us in this hall and those who have joined us virtually is affected by some level of these harsh realities and security challenges we have plunged ourselves into as a people. Our middle class system is almost extinct as the rich poor divide deepens terrifyingly. It is either you can afford it or you cannot. And there are no securities or social support system to help ameliorate the problem. Needs that were once basic have gradually become recategorized as lavish and luxurious. Staple food have become repackaged for sale for the elite, while our poor farmers are left with just their coarse palm and sunburned back to show for their days and months of tilling and soil. For many more farmers, venturing into the bush is like walking into their grave. If insecurity continues to keep villagers from their farms, how then can we guarantee food security in the coming season? Our children are at home and away from learning and catching up with their peers around the world. And we are politicizing the future over very petty and flimsy arguments. We may never be able to fully assess the psychological impact of this current and counterproductive ASO strike, as it continues to endanger the future of our young and truncate the ambitions and life of our children. Sad enough, a course that a student will take for 4 years is now 8 years. If not more. Way forward. To tackle these problems, first and foremost, and to move forward, we must deliberately choose to be part of the solution, not part of the problem. Men of good conscience and conscientiousness must rise above ethnic sentiment and religious fanaticism to address these bedeviling challenges as our common enemy, regardless of which religion we were born in, a factor none of us could control. We all have the same basic needs, and we all feel pain and hurt the same way. In dealing with the security situation in Nigeria, we must stop ethnicizing it. Criminals and extremists are found in every ethnic group, and there are also men of good character in every ethnic group. Let men of good will from every part of the country come together for the sake of our shared humanity. Because without one, the other suffers. Let's be careful about the requirements for state of origin during census and data gathering in Nigeria. Generation has our own challenge or cross to carry, but only an intentional intergenerational collaboration will speed up the process. There must be men and women who will stand tall across the generations, who will not compromise standards for the sake of posterity. We must rise to to salvage our generation. And no one can do it for us. We are to do it ourselves. If indeed we are a family, then the hurt, anger, or neglect of one family member is the collective pain of all. We must all reach out so as to appease one another and each other. Where there is anger, where there is frustration, let's rise and reach out. There is some reason why somebody is crying. Nobody wakes up and starts to cry for nothing. So if somebody is crying, let's not ethnicize pain and cry. If it is painful, it is painful. We must all rise to say, why are you crying? Why are you not happy? There must be a reason of the table called Nigeria, including those in diaspora, who even want to come home. There is no home for them. There exist the young, the old, from every side of the table. Change has to start from here, right now. Change is possible outside and inside, and no one is too small, and no one is too insignificant to contribute to the table. If you think you are too small to make a difference, and listen to me, if you think you are too small to make a difference, it is because you haven't spent a night with a mosquito in the room.
Understand that the Nigerian people are facing dire insecurity and a myriad of challenges on every level of society, as Bishop Sunday Onuoha has so clearly and poignantly just articulated. Under such circumstances, there's urgent need for principled leadership to break logjams and find viable solutions. We recognize that such leadership can be found most readily in civil society, faith leaders, traditional rulers, respected elders, women and youth leaders, those with moral authority who work tirelessly for their communities, for the greater good and for peace. I believe you are such leaders, and we greatly appreciate your participation and contributions to this important effort. Inclusive security dialogue has a high aspiration, the conviction that respectful engagement and honest dialogue can lead to significant breakthroughs, collaborative action, and meaningful progress for Nigeria. We believe the common ground for this important process is the recognition that every human being is endowed by the Creator God with innate value, dignity, and fundamental rights. Yes, we have many differences, but our most essential identity is in our common humanity. We all belong to the one human family. Recognizing that can motivate us to relate with respect, to engage with compassion, and work together for the common good of all. Though Nigeria faces enormous challenges, it also has a remarkable resource. It's energetic, resourceful, and devout people with principled leadership, collaborative action across divides, and the power of the human spirit. Significant breakthroughs are both feasible and achievable. We hope this inclusive security dialogue can be a valuable catalyst to that end.